I have no clue what you two are talking about, but it's still dangerous here, so...
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest while you check if there are still more kidnappers around, right?
How did you know what I was gonna say? Can you read minds?
Forget it. Go and do your thing. Whew. It's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not getting... Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine. Do you think the samsara has been broken? Have we saved Dunyarzad? Really? Good job on all that progress. Get some good sleep tonight. Hey! Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common now. How many todays have... It's even possible... Okay, no more! That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy thinking about things you will learn to get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety dookie away. Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you could try that. It's so strange and so against common sense that... Paimon's at a loss for words. You were sounding kind of smart just a minute ago. Yeah, even though it's happy and lively at the Sub-Zero's festival every day, it feels like it's been a long time since...
Continue the harvest. Compared to what we stand to achieve, these sacrifices are trivial.
We're still in the same day! Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break out of the samsara? Why did you tell us? Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that doesn't come by often. Paimon thought the Duke did that! Whatever. Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been everything to me. Paimon's flattered and everything. What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this puzzle, in other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist. That's why you two have been everything. Nahida's talking about confusing stuff again. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new understanding of the situation? Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory? Oh, yeah! You're right! Gosh, how did we not notice that? In a simple time loop, people's physical conditions should also reset. So, what's your new hypothesis?
The moon illusion... That doesn't sound right. The moon illusions and mercenaries rely If all our memory...
Oh! Then the beep we hear every night could just be indicating the deletion of our memories! That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zero's festival festival hasn't happened yet. It's already the next day, but everyone still thinks it's the day before. But muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia has been getting better at using her greatsword. Now everything makes sense. A brilliant deduction.
What?
Nahida, tell us if we're right or wrong. To put it simply,
Wrong.
it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. That isn't simple at all! Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again? You might learn something new. Right! She did help us find our latest clue after all. Let's go!
This gets so long.
Time to go.
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
Itu is nice.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt today.
Get hurt? Why would I? Don't underestimate me.
Well, you're still getting used to...
Huh. Truth be told,
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it. Oh, that works.
what happened to you guys?
Don't think too hard about it.
All right then, let me get this straight. You're telling me
Yes, you're...
then I'd have to disagree.
Oh? Why do
If we've actually been reliving the Sumeru's festival day, common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself.
Right. They could use the Akasha to record what... It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
No, it is impossible. I've got proof.
You have proof? Where?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Fine, I'll play along for a little longer. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along as well.
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden training dummy. What about it?
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of... Let's say the sages didn't replace it.
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is... It's just as they say. Each swordsman has their own unique style. And even the...
Is it really really impossible? What if they use some...
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training. Whew, I hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain-exercise game that's been... Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square one. Is our memory deletion... But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime. Yep, that's true. So, can we think of any new ideas right now? Strange? Paimon feels like everything's been strange lately. Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange how we never thought of such a simple solution! Many things should become clear. Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on our other theories? How about we go back and ask Nahida? Maybe we've forgotten something about leaving the city.
This quest you go to habis.
Nahida, we're back! You're back early
Until
today.
tomorrow,
Did you
still
find
not
something
yet.
new? Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're
Habis
not in a
that's
time
fine,
loop.
fine trouble.
Leaving
Huh?
the city.
And
As
I
far
don't
as
know
we
how
did,
after this.
but we don't remember anything. What? Let me think.
Don't know how long finish.
I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, it's probably more accurate, but you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway. So at the time, it is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations.
Plus,
Before we know it, it'll all... Really? That's kinda strange.
4 hour
In
quest.
theory, I should have already awakened all your memories.
Yeah.
Yep. Something here is definitely fishy. Let's get to the bottom of this tomorrow. Our memories are back! About that... Well, Traveler, aside from your memories that were just... listen to it and you'll understand.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days. It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday. Okay, let's go.
Memory is one of the longest one.
Why can't we leave the city?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the...
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at Port Ormo.
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request in advance next time.
But it's not like you can just predict business.
Traveler! Paimon would never see you again! Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back! You promised Paimon that you were only taking a quick... Paimon, calm down. She's here now. Paimon doesn't care! Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay! Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day! Okay, Paimon, can you... I see. Using two people's different perspectives. After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you... disappeared in an instant. No way! Paimon was watching you with the fullest attention.
Piggy?
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of... I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city. Those days' memories can't be awoken. So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden on purpose. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside! Something like a message? But don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well... Okay. You want something that can pass on messages, right? Yep! Now we're talking! I'm done. Here you go. What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal? You made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages. I just tweaked it so that it could connect to any node. To make something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha like the best. Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. We'll never know until we try. At least we're taking the initiative now. Let's go then. Let's expose those sages. All right. Paimon isn't as worried about... Okay. See you tomorrow, Traveler. That covers everything that's happened so far. Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still... Okay. Now that you understand what's going on, let's hear the messages to...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty, except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you look like everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable. And if we take your word for it, the other spaces all had... There's another part here. The only...
These spaces have been disappearing, one after the other. And now, even the final space. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Why did the message end? Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment. Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come from here or from the message? The message. It should have come from the Traveler's Akasha terminal. After the beep, Traveler said even the final spaces also disappeared. Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
Was that space actually... That doesn't... My impression...
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sumeru's later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces. Paimon's head is spinning. Just what are these spaces anyhow? Well, consider this. For all the horror, so no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface. Wow, the Archon War, huh? Hey, where are you going? Do you want some alone time to think? All right then, Paimon won't disturb you.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead, Dunyarzad? We still have some other stuff to do first.
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking away. Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up with Nahida first. You can tell us both together. This time, we're gonna get to the... You're back! I've been waiting forever for you two. Judging by the looks on your faces... Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate from the festival? Okay. First off, have you discovered the hidden truth?
bizarre. Those spaces remind me. That doesn't sound. Those spaces remind me of dream. We've already. That doesn't sound right. I need to. We've already experienced this. The moon. That doesn't sound. People in Sumeru. We are all in a dream. That doesn't. All the bizarre spaces I. Okay. That doesn't sound. Okay. Nahida. All the bizarre space. We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival many times. We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival many times. We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival. All the bizarre spaces I saw out. We've already experienced the sub. We've already experienced. Okay. Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate. The moon illusions and light. Those spaces remind me of all the bizarre. We've already experienced the Sub-Zero. We've already experienced. That doesn't sound right. People in Sumeru don't. The moon illusions and light.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, and those spaces with no human presence are still. So people in Sumeru do. Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this? And it grants knowledge to the people. It compiles the wisdom of the. It is the manifestation of the God. The Akasha relies.
That doesn't sound right.
The Akasha relies. Oh, okay. But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha? Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom. So, in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions. And the fact that no one dreams is a. The real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own use, huh? Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's. My mind doesn't... My mind feels exhausted, even... Grand Sage said, go... That doesn't sound... Grand Sage said, go celebrate... Those dreamscapes kept vanishing.
Correct. The Akashas keep their disembodied consciousness as no one is any the wiser as people wake up to yet another dream about the Sumeru's festival.
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine. Did Paimon get that analogy right?
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminal.
All right, last question. Who...
That does... Now that I think about it... That doesn't... They say that alchemical divination...
So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hardest...
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is different. We just didn't want to expose you is all. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us since the very beginning. It's funny, thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about here and now. You asked me this, now that you know this is... Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. I couldn't expose you to that kind of risk. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short, I'm really... Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already experienced this Sumeru's festival, so it would be very difficult for them to find anything that strikes them as surreal. Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have any memories from earlier Sims. That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, their actual dreams are being taken away from them by the Akasha. So whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sumeru's festival, they don't remember anything from their previous identical dream.
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia forest, but couldn't see what